What's up everybody, I'm the Mangoose, you are awesome, and I've been trying to answer some of the questions about the various Paragon reboots out there. Today, it's Core's turn. And what better question to answer than the one that is asked the most? Will it be on PS4? The answer is yes. End of video. No, there's a lot more to it than that. There's a development process that must be followed before porting the game to console. Core will come to the PlayStation Network eventually, but the alpha will be exclusive to PC. I'll go into why that is a bit later. Before I move on, I want to point out that the omnipresent "will it be on PS4" question isn't exclusive to Metabuff and Core. You see this question asked all the time for Predecessor, Ethereal, and Phoenix Rising. The answer is the same: yes, they all plan to port to console. Core, however, has taken a few more steps towards that goal than the rest, and highlighting what they have done will give you some perspective on what the others will have to go through as well. Let's take a look at what has been done so far. You all may have seen the user agreement highlighted at the end of the first iteration of Core's proof of concept. While that's exciting to see, it's really just the first step towards launching the game on the PlayStation Network. The page they displayed is the equivalent to when you accept the terms and conditions when you enter any agreement. However, in order to get to that page, you must first be incorporated. I'm currently on the application page for a PlayStation partnership. As you can see here, they're asking for incorporation dates, the state, province, or country of incorporation, as well as documentation to prove that I'm legit. I can't get any further than this page without being part of a fully incorporated company. Metabuff is a corporation. I've seen some misinformation out there concerning that, so here's the certificate of incorporation. Without this, they could not have reached the acceptance screen. So if they've been accepted, why don't they just get the dev kit and make the game for PlayStation? Well, the dev kit costs money, usually around $2,500. Getting a dev kit now would be like spending money on rims for a car when you know goddamn good and well that the engine needs work. Metabuff needs to go through the alpha and beta test phase on PC so that they can do all of their tweaks, bug fixes, and balancing. The game may go through several iterations before they have a final product that they want to commit to. It would be extremely inefficient to attempt to port each version of the game to PlayStation, on top of all the other work they'll need to do. They need to make sure that the car is running before they throw some rims on it. So we know that Metabuff has everything in place to port to console when the game is ready, and that is of course very exciting for the community, but that's not the only thing to be hyped for when it comes to Core. For example, they plan to have 15 heroes ready in time for their alpha on April 27th. This list is subject to change and there may be substitutions, subtractions, or additions, but as of the date of this video, those are the ones you can look forward to playing. Speaking of the alpha, Metabuff plans to have 10,000 slots available for people to playtest Core. That's a fuck ton of slots. If you have a PC capable of running the game, the chances that you'll be able to participate in the alpha are pretty damn good. They also have plans to make the game a little more like it was in Legacy as opposed to Monolith. We've seen their maps via the gray box map testing and know for a fact that they are indeed very reminiscent of the Legacy map. Another feature being brought back are the passives for every hero.
Hero passives are also coming back and are being designed for each hero to create unique gameplay styles and loops.
If you never played Legacy Paragon, each hero had a unique passive on top of their regular abilities. We've also seen from their proof of concept and the gray box map that Core will bring back harvesters.
Junglers and other heroes also have access to Ember Collectors in each quarter section of the jungle.
A legacy mechanic that allowed you to use structures to increase team-wide currency gain. They aren't just resurrecting Paragon though, they plan to improve upon the game. Metabuff is taking lessons learned from Epic's failures and applying them to their game. The item shop, for example. Epic tried hard to create an item system that separated Paragon from the rest of the MOBAs out there. While the card system was fun once you got the hang of it, it was far from perfect and was objectively harder for new players to understand than a standard item shop. There was an attempt made to rectify this with the 3-card system, however that system was still more complicated than just buying items and was also very limiting. For example, having only 3 card slots meant that if you wanted to use wards, you had to give up a third of your equipment options. Metabuff will rectify this by having a standard item shop with just enough of a twist to make it interesting. Another thing they are borrowing from other MOBAs is the ability to stack jungle camps. Most MOBAs allow you to pull camps away from their spawn points when it's time for new minions to spawn in order to create larger camps and give your jungler the opportunity to do jungler things without missing out on golden experience. This brings a new level of strategy and decision making to the game, allowing you to use your knowledge of core's mechanics to get a leg up on your enemies. There is plenty to get pumped for when it comes to core. Their efforts to bring the game to PS4 are promising, and the attention they've paid to bringing back the feel of Paragon while improving upon it at the same time are very exciting. They have a team of dedicated people that are just like us, fans of Paragon that are refusing to let the game die. Let's all look forward to April 27th, and hopefully I'll see all of you back on the battlefields of Agora. Hey, real quick guys, before I end this video, sorry for the sudden zoom in on my stupid face by the way, but I went over 7,000 subscribers this weekend, which I've never had over 7K subscribers before, even when Paragon was alive and well. And I haven't been doing much other content other than the spiritual successors of the Paragon, so I think that's significant because it tells me that I'm not alone. It means that there's a huge community out there that absolutely will not allow Paragon to die, and we want to see it live on in some way, shape, or form, and that is absolutely fantastic. It's a little naive to think that all of these games will be successful, but and this is a little spiteful, but I really hope that one of them is successful to the point that Epic kind of has to recognize that maybe, just maybe, they should not have canceled Paragon and funneled all their resources into Fortnite. Yes, that is very spiteful, but that's the way I feel. So again, I just wanted to say thank you. It's amazing. It's amazing to know that that many people are supportive of these games, and it's just really great to see. All right, sorry guys, thanks.
On April 26, 2018, Epic Games knew they fucked up.
Man, good.